Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming back week after week. You know the drill. We have another letter, so I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. This one is actually anonymous. This one says, "Dear Doc, I am writing you because I have a problem that I would like your help with. I am a 43-year-old man. I am 6'2", college educated, and have a nice career. I divorced my wife about 4 years ago after she cheated on me twice. We were married for a total of 11 years and we have 2 children, a 10-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy. And this is where the problem starts. She is always trying to pull me into her life. For example, she will ask me to come over and fix things that break around her house. And when I go to pick up the kids, sometimes she will say that she cooked my favorite foods and that I should stay and eat. In the beginning, I would, but I have started dating a woman that I feel is the love of my life and she doesn't like it. Me and my girlfriend had a long conversation 2 weeks ago, and she said it is disrespectful to our relationship and that my ex-wife has an ulterior motive. I didn't agree then, but now I can see her point. Last week, my ex-wife came over to my house unannounced and insisted that she come in. When she came in, all she had on under her coat was panties and a bra. Nothing happened because I told her that I was not interested in her in that way anymore and asked her to leave. But now she is mad and is going to the DA to get full custody of our children and is demanding that the kids stay away from my new girlfriend. Help me, please." All right, Anonymous, thank you so much for your letter. Now here's my 2 cents. As you've heard me say over the past few weeks, this again is another not so uncommon scenario. Why? Why do many couples experience this, you ask? Because oftentimes couples are ready to get divorced because the conflict has gotten so high that they don't feel that they can live together anymore peacefully, but they fail to acknowledge the last few remaining emotional strings that are continuing to last between them. And so they really don't want to give up the good times and the good feelings that they've often had with each other. But before the divorce, they couldn't recognize those good things because there was so much conflict. And so they keep each other around because there's still some part of them that feels good when they're with the other person. And this is a scenario that she has created because relationships are co-created. So up to this point, you've been very cool with having loose boundaries with your ex-wife. You even said in the beginning you would stay when she asked you if you wanted to eat, or you would go over if she needed you to fix something in the house. But now, all of a sudden, because you got a new woman and you're ready to move on, you can't understand why she's tripping. Well, she's tripping because you guys had an unspoken contract after the divorce. And that unspoken agreement that you had between each other was that you would continue to stay in each other's lives and meet an unspoken or unacknowledged need. So she had gotten used to you being available when she called. And now you're changing the rules of engagement and she is not having it. So that explains why she is running to the court and trying to use the kids against you and trying to keep the kids out of your relationship with your new girlfriend. So here's my advice to you. The first thing that I would say is for you to seek legal advice and be sure to protect your rights with your children. You say that you're 6'2", yay for you, but that you're college educated and you have a good career. Hopefully this means that you are a good steward over your finances and you can afford an attorney. It is so important for you not to allow yourself to be bombarded or railroaded with the legal system, which can happen. So please don't be passive with this and don't take her threats as idle threats because she might be serious. So the most important thing for you to do is make sure that there's legal protection around your relationship with your children. Once you've secured that, and I don't mean once you have completed the court process, because that can take a long time. I mean, once you've secured an attorney and have had an initial consultation with an attorney, the next thing is that it's time for you to have a sit-down conversation with your ex-wife. It is time for you to speak what has been unspoken, which means it's time for you to let her know what boundaries need to occur in your current relationship. Also, it wouldn't hurt for you to apologize because, as I said, both of you co-created this expectation of being there for each other. So you can apologize for your part. For example, you can say, I'm really sorry that I gave you the wrong impression, that I would be here for you when you needed me, or that I would sit in your house and pretend that we're a family when we're not. So you can apologize for your part in the creation of the dynamic that has led to where you are today. Lastly, I would say that whether you stay with new girl or not, it is so important for you to set appropriate boundaries with your ex-wife, not only for you and her to be on the same page so that you can move forward with any other intimate relationships that either of you might develop over the years, but it's important for your children to see that mommy and daddy can be cordial, that you can be on the same page, and that you can co-parent, but there are clear boundaries that delineate between a co-parenting relationship and an intimate relationship. So it's really important for your children to see that. Oftentimes, children of divorce have a fantasy that one day their parents will get back together. And the longer that you and your ex-wife have this kind of unspoken, are we together, are we dating, are we not, it continues to give your children false hope that the relationship might come back together at some point. And that false hope can be even more damaging than the initial shock of the divorce. So talk to an attorney, talk to your ex-wife, and set those good boundaries, whether you stay with new girl or not. All right, Anonymous, it's just my 2 cents. You can take it or leave it. And if any of you who are watching have something that you want Doc Erica to chime in on, please feel free to hit me up on the email address below, and I'll be sure to talk to you when I get your letter. Until then, remember, therapy matters.